Welcome to SAT TV News. I am Larry LaRock, your presenter. Among the major developments, young man dies following vehicular accident. Leah to replace aging fleet. Nigeria's president declares emergency in states. And in sports, Dominican Tyron Theophile selected for Surgical High Performance Program. Details of these to follow.
Whenever the iron play, I'll be there. Wherever the steel band play, I'll be there. Anytime it's carnival, yo, festival, bacchanal, behind the big truck, down the road, everybody, they know that I'll be there. Yo, this is Mr. Challenge. You're watching SAT TV, the people's choice.
Welcome back. 47-year-old Miss Lena Johnson, a mother of 3 and a resident of Layu, emerged winner when Brizismat held its Mother of the Year 2013 to 2014 draw as part of its annual Mother of the Year sweepstakes. Brizismat sales and marketing executive Mrs. Alice Dalrymple stated, Miss Johnson was among many mothers who shopped $50 or more at Brizismat on Saturday, May 11, 2013, winning special gifts such as coupons and hampers. They also qualified for an opportunity to participate in the Brizismat Mother of the Year sweepstake, which Miss Johnson won.
As Briz's Mother of the Year, Miss Johnson is entitled to $100 worth of groceries from Brizismat every month for an entire year. She gets a complimentary drink whenever she comes to Brizismat, and she also gets special gifts at special time of the year, as well as other privileges and discounts. Brizismat would like to thank Miss Johnson for participating in the sweepstake, and we again want to wish all mothers a happy Mother's Day belated, and thank you for shopping at Brizismat. It's our way of saying thank you to all our mothers who continue to support us throughout the year.
Mrs. Dalrymple added, Brizismat management and staff are thrilled to have Miss Johnson win this promotion and eagerly anticipate serving her. Miss Johnson said some words of appreciation to Brizismat.
Hello, good day. I'm Lena Johnson of Layu Housing Scheme. I would like to say thanks to Odi Brisbane and Son for making me proud of them and for making me part of them. And thanks again. Thank you.
Brizismat Mother of the Year 2012 to 2013 was Miss Nadura Prosper of La Plaine. In other stories, an organization more than a year in the making was officially launched in Dominica on Wednesday, May 15, 2013. Crime Stoppers Dominica CSD, as described by its director, Ms. Marie Antoinette Mora, is not about its directors, but strong cooperation between the media, business community, the public, and law enforcement working hand in hand to stop crime. Ms. Mora noted the first Crime Stoppers Foundation was formed 37 years ago, and currently there are over 1,200 Crime Stoppers organizations worldwide. Executive Director of Crime Stoppers Dominica CSD, Ms. Genevieve Astafan stated, the donations from the private sector is very important to the survival of this new organization.
This is all about us as Dominicans, private sector, people within a community, the media. The media has an extremely important role to play. And without them, the message cannot get out there. Without them, there will be no success. So we encourage them to participate in the program.
Ms. Astafan says CSD provides us with an anonymous and safe avenue where public can provide vital information to the police without ever having to identify themselves. All they are interested in is the information one has on crimes that occurred or will occur in the future so action can be taken. Anyone who provides information that leads to an arrest will be rewarded in cash ranging from $100 to $1,000. Once the information is received, it is submitted to the police department, who will then act upon that tip, which CSD will later follow up to verify if action was taken.
I mean, we can't tell the police how and when to do their jobs, but in order for the program to be successful, it is imperative that there be positive feedback, because people have this impression that when they say something, nothing gets done, and we don't want the impression to continue so that there is this negativity and apathy about actually, providing the tips. So, and so far, I have to give Mr. Irish credit. He's been very responsive. The tips have been forwarded to the relevant players within the police force, and they have been acting on them and doing the necessary groundwork to do the investigations.
Chief of the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force, Daniel Carbon, commended the persons involved in making this organization materialize, which is important in fighting the evils of criminal activity.
I cannot overemphasize the devastating and negative effect that criminal activity can have on our beautiful island. You would have noticed and you would have heard just this week, we have had 2 heinous, brutal crimes committed in Dominica. Yesterday, we had that homicide in Casibus, the stabbing to death of a 74-year-old man, sometime during the night of yesterday. And we also had, sometime this week, I think it's day before yesterday, a robbery in Portsmouth. And here lies the importance of Crime Stoppers and the initiative that we all have embarked on.
Now that Crime Stoppers is here, I hope no one will use the excuse of not being able to disseminate information without being exposed, said Mr. Carbon. I want all Dominicans to bring forward any information they have as it relates to criminal activity, said Mr. Carbon.
When crime happens here, there must be somebody in Dominica who has information, accurate information / intelligence about that crime and who committed the crime. The crime was not committed in a vacuum. We all have ears, we all have eyes. We hear and we see. And that's my urgent call to the citizens of this country. Please, relay the information on criminal activity. As far as is practical, the information should be correct. And it should be urgent and treated with urgency.
Regional Director of Crime Stoppers International, Mr. Deval Dupini, said the community is where information on crime, criminals, and criminal activity resides, and as such, the program is managed by members of the community who form the volunteer board of directors.
Crime Stoppers first began in Albuquerque, New Mexico in 1975. There was a fatal shooting of Michael Carmen while he worked one night at a local gas station. After 2 weeks, the police had no information when, out of desperation, Detective Greg McAleese approached the local television station requesting a reconstruction of the crime. The reenactment offered US $1,000 for information leading to the arrest of the killers. Within 72 hours, a person called in identifying a car leaving the scene at high speed, and he had noted its registration. The person calling said that he did not want to get involved, so he had not called earlier. Detective McAleese then realized that fear and apathy were the primary reason why the public tended not to get involved. So he helped design the system where the public could anonymously provide details of the events.
Over a 37-year period, Crime Stoppers has become a highly effective mechanism, as statistics will attest to. He said 4,328 persons have been arrested and charged, 21,000 cases have been cleared, while US $72 million worth of drugs have been seized as a result of Crime Stoppers, to state a few statistics. The number for Crime Stoppers Dominica is 1-800-8477. In more stories, in an effort to sensitize school children and the public on the proper procedures of using pedestrian crossings and crossing the streets, police officers of the Traffic Department conducted a road safety demonstration with the Convent Preparatory School and the St. Martin's Primary. This demonstration took place at the intersection of Independence Street and King George V Street, commanded by Acting Inspector of the Traffic Department, Alvin John. He said this is also an effort to protect Dominicans and save lives.
It has been said that 1.24 million people died in 2010 as a result of road accidents. And it also said that about 500,000 people die today in the world. The UN have trying to minimize those causes. As a result, Dominica is not left behind and trying to play our part in having Dominica as safest place for pedestrians.
Inspector John noted, protecting pedestrians cannot be a one-day event, and as such, more of these demonstrations will be carried out and will also include bus drivers.
It's very important because everyone has to keep themselves safe on the road. We do not want to have accidents all about in Dominica on the road, so we are trying to educate the people so that they will be able to take care of themselves and walk on the road with due care and attention. This also extended to bus drivers.
Inspector John also gave a summary on the right way to cross the street, which is very important. Take a listen to the life-saving instructions given.
If you are crossing the road from any point, from left to right, east to west, or north to south, where there is a pedestrian crossing, even if there isn't a pedestrian crossing, you're first supposed to look up and down, left and right, to make sure there is no vehicles coming, or if there is a vehicle coming, you make eye contact with the driver. And when the driver sees you, it's safe to cross, you go ahead and you cross. You do not jaywalk or you do not stroll across the pedestrian crossing. You walk briskly.
Inspector John revealed that very soon the traffic department will step up their patrols targeting motorcyclists who ride without helmets and recklessly endangering themselves and other road users. In police-related stories, the police are conducting investigations into a road traffic collision that occurred on the Eo-Libla Highway at Salisbury. The incident that occurred at about 11:30 a.m. on May 14, 2013 involved Nissan pickup registration number PJ877, which was traveling in a northerly direction, and dump truck registration number AA052, which was traveling south when both vehicles collided. 18-year-old Shane Victor of Salisbury, who was sitting in the open back of the pickup, was thrown out of the vehicle upon impact onto a wall on the western side of the road. He sustained multiple injuries and was subsequently transported to the Princess Margaret Hospital Accident and Emergency Department. However, shortly after he was pronounced dead. A coroner's inquest will be convened, to be followed by a post-mortem examination. The Anchorage Hotel will come alive on the night of Thursday, May 16th, as it is the venue for the Woodsong Power Creole Jazz event, which features jazz artist from St. Lucia, Claudia Edwards. Take a listen to an interview with Miss Edwards as she promised Dominicans a night to remember.
If I should stay, I will only be in your way. Hello Dominica, my name is Claudia Edward and I'm from the beautiful island of St. Lucia. I'm a jazz artist over there and I'm here to perform at the Anchorage Hotel for the Jazz and Creole Festival. I'm very excited and tomorrow night we promise an evening of beautiful music. My music will feature jazz in a fusion of reggae and also zouk music and pop. So it's really going to be exciting. Expect to see you all come out.
How are you feeling, seeing as your first time performing in Dominica?
I feel very excited about performing in Dominica. It's my first time here, yes, but the people are so accommodating, the people are lovely, and I'm sure that whatever I bring, though some of it may be new to Dominica in terms of the performance style and the style of music, I'm sure it will be appreciated, and I'm very, very excited. I have with me my backup vocalist from St. Lucia as well, Malika, which adds to my comfort level. I will be performing with the band Shades of Green, and we've been doing a lot of rehearsals, and I'm sure it will come off very, very good.
What differentiates you from other jazz artists?
Well, what differentiates me is that my music is not pure jazz. It's not jazz in its pure form. It's a mixture of pop. It's a mixture of reggae. It's a Caribbean feel that all sorts of people can enjoy. So my music appeals to the young at heart, the older folks, the very old, and really anybody can relate to it.
What do you normally do in preparing for an event such as this?
Whoa, okay, rehearsals, of course. But personally, I take moments in a day, like the week leading up to the event, I take moments in a day for myself, just to be alone, to calm myself. I do running or go to the gym just to get that inner peace that I require before a performance.
Send a message to Dominicans inviting them to this event and why they should make sure that they're there.
Hey Dominica, you should come to this event. It's on Thursday and it's at the Anchorage Hotel, and you should come because I am a sister of Dominica. I'm from the beautiful island of St. Lucia. We're close by. We would be happy to accommodate you in St. Lucia, and so far I've gotten a warm welcome from you and expect you guys to support the event at the Anchorage Hotel.
This is Larry LaRock reporting for SAT TV News. This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.